2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Party people, the place to be. Give it up, say hello. Say help me. Somebody scream. All right, if you got a clean pair of underwear, somebody say, oh yeah. All right, great to see everybody. Welcome to the journey to recovery of stigma. Okay, we need to hocus pocus, keep the focus on what's really going on in our community. All right, I want to thank Teresa, Maria, Bay Cove in general, and all the beautiful people that work here. Can we give them a round of applause, please? So I want to welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome anyone of state officials or, the police department. I mean, everybody, the janitor up in this piece, okay? Everybody counts it around here. When we talk about life, we talk about recovery. Recovery is an ongoing change of ideas and attitudes, right? So not do we only count days, we're learning how to make the days count. Am I talking to the right people? I just want to make sure I'm in the right building. All right, I am. One thing, thank you for that introduction. That's my #1 DJ. We've been doing this for a little bit. Thank you so much. The joys in the journey. They say around here that our lost dreams awaken and new possibilities arise. You, man, I woke up this morning. People say, oh, I got to check. I want to see if, if I hit the lotto, the Powerball, all that stuff. Man, when I open, every morning I open up 2 gifts. I open up my eyes. I said, thank you, God, I woke up. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? I'm talking about keeping a little bit of gratitude in our attitude. I'm talking about ABC's attitude better change. If you don't change, you'll be begging for change. Anything I say, because I already lived it. I lived a life of horrors. I used for 25 years. And like it says, I'm coming up on 35 years, one day at a time. They say yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. All we have is today. So today is the gift. The gift is now in proper perspective. See, I have to have a perspective around here. Who am I talking to? Who am I rolling with? What am I thinking about? Am I giving back to my community? Especially when nobody's looking. Hello? Am I worried? When I'm walking down the street, I see a homeless guy, because I was homeless 13 years on and off. Not in this area, in the Boogie Down Bronx. And I remember eating out the garbage can, picking up cigarette butts. I'm like, excuse me, sir, do you have any change? See, back then it was more respectful. Now that give me $3. I'm like, put it back in the pocket. Hold on, dog, I'm still gonna give you some. But let me tell you, man, what is in the back of $1? In God we trust. So I trust you do the right thing, whatever it is. I don't care if it's for your fetty, you're gonna get some Cardi, you know what I mean? That person will remember you for taking a moment to look in their eyes. You ever I was thinking about, I was gonna change the song for the intro with the DJ, Man in the Mirror. I gotta remember that. Never forget where you come from. They told me those who forget are doomed to repeat. Because when we become beaten, we become willing. So I have to ask myself on a daily basis, what am I willing to do for my recovery, for my community, for my spouse, for my children, for my grandchildren, for that stranger or someone give them a kind word. Can I give you a hug, right? So talking about a hug, can everyone, if you don't mind, I know it's a little bit hot in here, but it was hot in the crack house too. We didn't care last time I checked. He was like, I didn't smoke crack. Well, I did. Okay, so can you just turn to the next person and just give them a fist bump, a hug, anything you feel comfortable with, right?
Oh, thank you, so sweet. Thank you.
We're gonna bump it out.
I made.
Pump up the gym.
I made about between a cycle.
If you did hug somebody, I always say I'm from the Bronx. Be careful, watch your walk. I don't trust anybody. I'm like Tupac. I don't trust nobody. But one thing I can tell you is, I take my recovery serious. I don't take myself that serious. It's all about helping, right? They say in our literature, it says, help for addicts and alcoholics only begin when we're able to admit complete defeats. So I have to ask myself on a daily basis, am I done? Am I done with this thing? Because if the drugs don't get you, the lifestyle will. Jails, institutions, and they don't have to come in that order. Last time I checked. So talking about stepping out on stigma, right? Think about mental health. How much stigma do we have with mental health? Just going. It's going through the roof. You know, people say, I don't understand. Why don't they just, stop being on the corner with a sign and get a job? You know what? They're ill, man. They're sick and suffering on the inside. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a good character and I can read people. Half of our people on the streets, they don't even have substance abuse. It's mental health. I could tell when I engage in a conversation and they go from here to there and that, and I make like a quick analysis upon them, and I'm like, because I could identify them too, right? So I always call my peeps on the street. So mental health, they're like, oh, go get a job. They're lazy, right? Some people know what I'm talking about, and they can't help themselves. I have a son right now. He just came out of his third psych ward right now in Rhode Island, and he's been running and gunning and finding ways it means to get more, right? Because before I even move on saying that, remember there's 6 characteristics of the disease. Cunning, baffling, insidious, progressive, incurable, and it's fatal. It will take me out the box without my permission. So right now he's been to a few institutions. He keeps in treatment, but this is the first time he's coming up on 30 days in his first treatment center. Can we give my son a hand? Thank you, God. But every day is a miracle. I must help others. Right? Though the only time we look down is to help somebody up. Last time I checked, I live in peace. I protect my peace. When my son is running and gunning in the streets of Central Falls in Rhode Island, 2, 3 in the morning, I can't go back to sleep. Why? Because I'm human, I'm a father. I was out there, and I care about people today, but going back to the stomping out stigma, about substance abuse too, right? The first thing that he's a crackhead, she's a crackhead, she's a prostitute. Like, you know what? Like, we gotta get rid of those labels. See, I'm okay with me. I'm learning, check it out. I'm learning how to protect me from me. And I have to control what comes out of my mouth. Usually what comes out of my mouth, what's in my heart today, right? I have goodness, kindness, mercy. I wanna shed some grace on somebody. Because you could be doing 99 things right, and they're like, yeah, but those niggas are crooked. Always, we're talking about the 3 characteristics of addiction: low self-esteem, insecurities, and fearfulness. So when we look at the word fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real, face everything and run. What's the last one? Everybody knows? I didn't say that, you said that. It wasn't me. Check the video. But yeah, stigma is like a big thing. I can live it more than talk about it. Because I always tell people, don't tell me, show me. Stop telling people, I'm going through something. I say, I'm going to pray for you. Yeah, you put a few bucks in there. Or say, listen, let me refer you to Baycom. Let me refer you to a detox. What are you looking for? Because everybody doesn't want to stop. We just assume, you want to stop? Some people want to slow down. Listen, I don't know about you. I was useless, helpless, hopeless, and homeless on and off 13 years, right? I come from hallways, doorways, stairways, rooftops, and dingy basements. See, I can't forget the pain. And what do we say around here in our recovery? Because I see Journey to Recovery. Pain is inevitable, but misery is optional. So please participate in your community. Give back what was solely freely given to you another day, right? A lot of things happen in one day, both negative and positive. But if we don't take time to appreciate both, we will miss something that will help us grow. So I always say I'm green and growing or ripe and rotten. So I don't know about you, so if you're here today, please give yourself a break. Be a little kinder. Today check it out. Today I will be a little kinder and a little blinder to the faults of others. If I can't help you, I'm not gonna hurt you. Because hurt people, but I always say, yo, welcome to the healing process. I have a book I wrote last year. If you want a copy from it, you can see Teresa, give her your name, she'll be taking, and I'll give her the books, and you will get a free book on the house. You know, everyone says the first one's always free. All right? It has a lot of good stuff on the healing process, all right? So if no one told you that you're special, you're special. And if no one told you today that they love you, God loves you, and so do I, and thank you for letting me share today.
For some of our guest speakers, Rob, you have showed up every time that we asked you to. Your story is powerful. So we'll be providing him with the certificate of appreciation for the second annual Stomp the Stigma in recognition of your participation as a guest speaker and your valuable contribution to raising awareness, inspiring hope, and helping end the stigma surrounding recovery and behavioral health. So thank you, Rob.
All right, we're going to move right along.
Made it to appreciation.
Our next guest.
When you're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, you can't find a fire, but I see thee, so you're gonna walk.
All my park people.
Mountains, bring them to their feet. Mountains. Funny that particular song talks about rising up, no matter how many times it takes, no matter how many times I break, I rise up. I rise up because I know how hard it is to take a stance against addictions. I rise up because I too know the path of recovery and how easy it is to slip up. I rise up because I stand up against stigma and how much it hurts when we face it. Hold me when I fall. Don't bury me, and it's all your fault. One day at a time is all I can do to rise up. Rise up every day and give thanks to my Creator for another chance to fight for myself. I rise up because as a kid from these streets in Chelsea, been here since '82, I saw my city rise and fall, but today we rise up. Some of you might be wondering about that empty seat, way over there, with a drum in front of it, and wondering, what is it for? Why is it empty? How weird for a random drum to be sitting in the middle of space. Well, that seat became empty when life took me on a long journey, and I was not the conductor of that train, rather the passenger. But guess what? I found my way home. And now, I'm the conductor of my train. And if it wasn't for this here, for that over there, I wouldn't be here today to share my story. I can see myself on the shores of my beautiful island of Bolivia. Most of you might know it as Puerto Rico. As her waters heal me, what you see here is what people will call bomba. One of the oldest genres of music in the Caribbean, bomba is a form of resistance and healing created by my enslaved ancestors to defeat colonialism. My culture saved me. It has been 4 years.
Let's give it up one more time for Hector.
How you doing? How's everybody doing? Come on, that was one or two. How's everybody doing today? That's what I'm talking about. But at this time, I want you guys to turn your view to the back real quick, because we got some important people back here. We got the vendors that assisted today, and we're gonna present the vendors. They're gonna be talking a little bit about what they do. So we're gonna start with Aftermath. What do you guys do?
So I'm Tara. Hi everybody. So we're a PHP program Monday through Friday. We have rooms 8:30 to 3 p.m. and we're open every night, every night during the week, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. and we offer help for addiction, treatment, and anything like that you need. And then we also try to help people with other resources as well. I'm a case manager there, and we have a women's meeting there on Wednesday nights at 7. We have a gentleman's meeting there on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Yep.
I'm Dylan, I'm the community outreach coordinator with Aftermath. They're broken down pretty well. Yeah, so I'm patients with us, and individual therapists, work with the nurse practitioner, case manager, and then group sessions throughout the day. Range from, psychoeducation groups, CBT, DBT, motivational interviewing, and there's 12-step recovery groups. One of our therapists is majoring in expressive art therapy, so we have art room dedicated specifically for her groups, and the clients love it. But that's about the gist of it. Yeah.
We also have Eiko, that holds up the event today.
Good evening, everyone. So again, I'm Maria. I'm the Director of Housing and Homeless Services. So BACO, we work to partner with, the community of Chelsea, and we work to end homelessness. So we're permanent supportive housing. We house individuals that wouldn't have a chance at fair housing. So we utilize a housing first model. We house individuals that were previously homeless in Chelsea or the surrounding areas, come from different backgrounds, struggle with substance use, mental health, and we're really like an advocate for people that have experienced trauma in all different shapes or forms. We have in this building specifically 57 clients, and we have other independent housing throughout Chelsea, Revere, Everett, and it's really successful. A lot of the work that we do is put in with myself, Rico, Ruby, Teresa, all the case managers, harm reduction specialists, safety specialists. Most of them are here today, and we still have a large number of teams too that work other hours. This building's 24-hour monitoring system, so we have a big support system that support people that struggle with homelessness, and we just work to get them connected to wraparound services, whether that's housing, legal issues, recovery-based programs. We're here for it all, and we're here to make changes and watch people go through their journey of recovery. So that's our thing.
Hi everybody, my name is Heather, and not only am I a recovery coach, navigator for Catholic, I'm also an addict. I started working at Catholic in 2024, and I love my job. It gets me out to the community, it gets me to help people get and that's what I love to do most. So thank you.
Now we have Power of Recovery.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Steve. All right. Nothing's coming off, ladies. Sorry. Power recovery. The power recovery with Chelsea tells. We help with mental health, substance use, outpatient. If you need a detox, that's something we can help you do all that. And Chelsea's house is soul living. They're located all over the place. Chelsea, Thompson, Alden, Lynn. Yeah, Chris is the best. She knows all this stuff. But yeah, any kind of services are local with, a bunch of Chelsea guys that grow up together. Couples got really blessed out, coming along with the OC generation and found out we out there and just wanted to find ways to help others because we knew like a lot of resources that are available now that were in Chelsea world. It was like, so, we wanted to be a part of the community and when these events happen, especially in Chelsea, we want to make sure we're part of it. So thanks for listening.
We have Massachusetts Behavioral Health Helpline.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Pierre Java, and I'm the Community Relations Representative for the Behavioral Health Helpline. And a lot of times people don't realize that we actually support people with food, diapers, transportation, adult education. If you can't pass a chlorine and you're looking to get trained, you can connect with organizations that can train you. Selfless love. If you want a presentation, my card is here. I like going out into the community. I will share with you that I lost my mother to addiction 24 years ago. It was like it was yesterday. I lost my best friend, and I watched my mother struggle her entire life with being an addiction. She was a prescription drug addict, and multiple prescribers to prescribe her, paying cash at one pharmacy, and then going to get with her insurance in another. Long before we got the register to keep her in check. So my heart goes out to everyone who's in recovery and who's currently struggling. So the behavioral health helpline is available 24 hours a day. Tienen a que ver con respecto del estatus migratorio. You do not have to be. Come on now.
We serve about 90% of the Latinx community in Massachusetts. We give groundwater services, we give Spanish
take referrals anywhere in Massachusetts. Also, if you know anybody that's pregnant, that's one of the mental health conditions, we focus a lot on PPW to get the services that they need, and we also work together with DCF to make sure the family stays together at all times. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you so much for having me here. You guys have a lot of amazing things going on here. I'm actually very proud to just be here today. And I just want to say thank you for everything you guys do. And I am honored, and I hope to see you more often. Thank you.
Don't forget to keep this great event. And moving right along is Women's Service, one of the directors from
Welcome everyone. As we bring the second annual Stomp the Stigma event to a close, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here today. This event is about more than raising awareness of addiction and the challenges that come with it. It is also about celebrating recovery, resilience, and the incredible transformations that are possible when people are given support, opportunity, and hope. Every year we come together to stomp out the stigma surrounding addiction and sober living, and to remind our community that recovery looks different for everyone, and that there's no single path to success. Today we heard powerful stories from individuals with lived experience who showed us that we can be achieved through hard work, determination, and the willingness to keep moving forward. Their courage in sharing their journeys helps break down barriers, challenge misconceptions, and inspire others who may still be searching for their own path to recovery. Thank you, Rob, Shannon, Tara, for taking the time to give back to our community. And a special thank you to Hector for a wonderful performance. We also
I'm gonna try to make a video on YouTube, and I'll post, I'll contact you, and I'll send it to you. Kittens to plaintiffs. We got the boss on. We got the boss on. Two Bengal kitties. Yup, the boss. The boss is in town. Court is in session. Yep.